Hi, my name's John. If you're here watching my videos, tap the subscribe button in the lower right hand corner. If you like my videos, hit the bell icon so you can get notifications for new videos. And at the end of the video, you can hit the icon in the center and also subscribe to my channel. Okay, so today is Tuesday, September 20th. I'm here working on the coupe. We had some oil leaks, as you can tell by the stain on the floor. I checked the drain plug on the transmission pan, checked some other places to see if there's any drips. I think the biggest problem is the drain pan, the drain bolt. There's the rear seal and transmission was it's a little wet, and then there's a little slight drip. Looks like it's coming from the front of the oil pan. Maybe 2 drops in 3 weeks, 4 drops maybe, not much. I'm gonna check those bolts and tighten them up a little bit. I didn't crank down on that. It's an aluminum pan. I didn't want to strip anything. So I'm also setting up the fire suppression system. Had to order some parts to get that done. They should be here on the 22nd. But let me get up under here. If you look up under here, we got a slight drip right there, and it don't look like it's coming out of the seal. It looks like it may be coming from right here. I'm gonna get a rag and reach up in there and see right there if I can get any oil off of that. I can't tell because it kinda disappears. It may be coming out of that weld. I'm gonna turn on a flashlight and see if that helps me any, but that's it for right now. I'll be right back. Okay, so I've got a flashlight in here, but it doesn't seem to be helping. I'm gonna get this piece of paper towel and see what's in that right there. If I get some oil out of that. Yeah, it's just a little bit coming out of that gasket right there. I'll tighten down on that a little bit. Clean that up. Can't really tell. See, just a little bit, but it's enough to drip. So I'm gonna tighten them 2 bolts right there up a little bit and see if I can put a stop to that. Okay, so these right here were a little loose. They're not extremely loose, but it may be enough to make it leak. May have to put this phone down to be able to do this. Let me see. Yeah, that one's pretty tight. This other one's pretty loose. Sorry for the hand in the way. Right here. Yeah, it's still a lot looser. And that other one was these down here, different size. But maybe that'll put a stop to that leak. It was a bit loose, not terribly, but a bit loose. So maybe that pulled up on it enough, it'll put a stop to that. Okay, so yesterday I kind of screwed up and took a picture instead of took video. All I did yesterday on this thing was fill it full of antifreeze, 50/50, and started it up, let it run for a little while, put the deck on it, the seat and stuff like that, put the bottle back on it, and from there like I said, I pulled it outside, cleaned up under it, and you know, like cleaned up under it best could. Get rid of all the oil spillage that was under there, and other than that, everything should be good. So anyway, that was that. Okay, so I got the lift back on the ground. This is what I'm doing right now. I'll get in here. It takes me a minute to crawl in because I'm old and decrepit. So right here, get me where I can get a better picture of it. Hang on just a second. Okay, right here we have fire bottle. Okay, and it's got a discharge right there and a discharge right here. We're gonna face this towards the window, so the inspector only has to look through the window to see the pressure on the gauge. And then I'll run off the top one, which will be this one. I'll run the line up across here on the back side of this roll bar to the middle here, and have a nozzle down like that pointing towards the back to keep anything from back there. And then I'm gonna run the bottom nozzle, will come out here, it'll L over to here, and then it'll L back down. It'll go around this slightly, and then it's gonna around this right here slightly, and then it's gonna go on the other side, and then it's gonna go down all the way down the back side, and then I'm gonna turn it. It's gonna come out, and then I'm gonna turn it again around this pipe, and I'm gonna come down, and then I'm gonna L right here, slide pin to the middle of this pipe, and then I'm gonna go all the way to the front on that floor tube. And then on that upright right there, I'm gonna mount another spigot that will shoot up into the rest of the car, or I may go behind where this bar is under here and come up with a T. And then I'm gonna go up behind the dash and come out the cowl. Let me get up out of here now. Oh. Sucks getting old. I'm gonna come through the firewall in here with a bulkhead, or you know, there should be a hole there somewhere I can come through and put a grommet, and then come through with a bulkhead right here in this hole right here, and have a bulkhead T right there, and then I can split the difference, and then have a nozzle right in here. Okay, go down with an L, have a nozzle spraying out this way, and it'll spray 180 degrees, and then have another one over there in about the same place, you know, somewhere right in here, or the other side, right here, and it'll turn down, and then have the nozzle that'll spray out it right here. That way we have the engine compartment covered, we have the driver's feet, legs, and lap covered, and then we've got the back of the car covered. That should give him enough time. If, God forbid, something happens, he has time to stop the car, get out, and save his own life. Let me get that bottle tightened in, and then I'll be back and show you what it looks like tightened in. Okay, so on the Mustang Coupe, I tightened up the transmission plug. No more leaky. I haven't seen no more drips out of the front of the oil pan, so I think we're good there. Haven't had a drip out of the tail housing on the transmission. And on the Nanner here, the one I like to call Rocket Pop, because it looks like one of them old banana chocolate rocket pops. I've gone through the harness and labeled everything, where it goes, what switch it goes to, what stays inside, what goes outside. And I guess probably tomorrow, after I get back from Lubbock, I will be starting to run those where they need to go. Some of them, you know, they go to like the brake switch and the steering column and light switches and stuff like that. The control bar runs everything, and this just goes to the power. It's the power source. Everything's run from inside the fuse box right there. And it's got all its relays and fuses inside there. And then it's a pretty nice little kit from Racewire Solutions. And then you know, everything that stays inside, I can kind of head it towards where it needs to go. And then on the stuff that goes outside, all this in this pile, I can start running it to the firewall and out the firewall to where it goes, and we can actually, you know, add the bulkhead connectors later. Not sure where he's going to want to put them. If he's going to put just a flat blank in those holes, or if he wants to run the new wires through the bulkheads through those holes. I'm not sure how big the plate is on those bulkheads. I mean, this one right here's got a pretty nice one. It's made by the same company. Not this one. Well, this one came from Racewire, but I don't know if they made this and just covered up the hole and then had the square one there. But this one has this oval plate right here. It says Racewire Solutions on it. It's a pretty nice little deal. I'm sure it was made to cover up a bigger hole, but may do something like that. But this one looks like it's got a 14-pin plug on it with bigger fittings, and then they have a 31 wire or 31-pin fitting, 31-pin bulkhead, which they use on their kit, which might be what I need to go outside with. And then this one right here, I'm not sure what they're controlling with it. I haven't really got into this and looked around a lot, and I need to. I'm sure I'll figure it out, but they want to keep everything, you know, on the engine separate from everything else. That way, you know, you can just unplug it, get stuff out of the way, and go on. But it is almost 4:30, fixing to be time for me to go home. I think I'm gonna hang out and wait for the boss for a while, see what he actually wants to do. If he wants to try to order the 31 pin, or if he wants to go with a different style and put more than one in. Not really sure. He may want to go down one side with one to like the back lights and the front lights on one side, and the front lights and the back lights on the other side, and then anything that goes down the driver's side, you know, out that one connector, anything goes down the passenger side out the other connector. He said something about even connecting in the back of the cab somewhere and just dropping out right there. It'd be a pretty clean way to do it, I think. But you know, up to the boss. We'll talk to him later and see what he really wants to do. We may have to pull the bed and scoot it back so, you know, we can get back there and figure things out, and may not have to. You know, I just need to know how far the bed goes down and what I can get into and what I can't. And he may just go through, you know, the floorboard right there and go down that way. But I'll see when he gets here. I'll be back in a little bit, and we'll talk about what's going on next. All right, see you later.